Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Tea&Art. I hope you all are well. So let's start today's video. So today I am sharing with you, unfortunately, this mold and it's been broken. I haven't used this mold. I just used this once and it was placed very carefully into the shelf. But upon removing from the shelf, I don't know what happened. And when I was picking it, it split into half like this and my heart really skipped a beat because this was a pricey mold. And also I love the shape of this coaster. It is very unique. I haven't seen this style of agate coasters, so I will link the shop in my description. It is on Etsy, so I'm trying my best to mend it. Let's see. I'm using super glue. I really don't think of anything else because I really don't know how I'm going to fix this, but I am going to try my best. Worst thing is that I might have to make the mold myself, but I don't want to do that. So I'm doing that and I'm just sharing with you. Hopefully I can fix it. So here I have applied the super glue on both sides. So I'm using a Gorilla super glue. It is very good glue, but we will see if this the glue fix this mold. And after that I'm going to leave this for 1 day so that it dries, hopefully. So I left the mold on the same spot for 1 day, and this is the second day, and I've mixed my resin here. So I'm using a J Addiction fast curing resin, and I'm mixing some glitter here. And then I'm going to add 2 types of glitter. So as the festive season has begun, so it's going to be really sparkly, and I don't know to what extent I'm going to use glitter. I don't use too much glitter in my art projects or resin projects, but I think this time I'm going to try my best and use glitter, as I think that a lot of people like adding glitter to their resin items, and they also enhance the beauty of the resin. So this tiny piece of glitter is making me mad. Hopefully I can remove it very carefully. I'm removing it. And then there is another piece, something onto the mold. Yeah, you can use a tape to remove that. I really don't know why I was fighting with this piece instead of using the tape. We will see who wins. So I won. Yay! Now I'm going to mix the glitter here. So I added a little bit of resin into my glitter and I'm going to mix that. And then I'm going to use this glitter on the area where there is you can say a gap or a agate effect. You will see what I'm talking about in a minute. Just let me mix the resin first. So I'm going to pour the clear resin first into the mold. Yes, you can see the line clearly. Now my fear is that if it do transfer onto the coaster, and I think it will. And this coaster mold is not too deep. It is very perfect size for making coasters. It is a unique design. I really love it, and I don't want this mold to be get wasted. Now I'm going to use my heat gun just to remove any excess bubbles. As it's getting colder and colder, there will be a lot of bubbles that are going to introduce into the resin. So make sure when you're mixing your resin, just warm it up before 10 minutes and then mix your resin. Both parts A and B separately, warm them up and then mix them. So here I'm going to add the glitter on the edges. And then I'm going to add this glitter into the center also. So I think I added a bit too much into the center. I'm going to remove some. So you can see that accident happens real time. I'm showing you here the things that I go through when I'm creating myself. And finally, I scooped some of the glitter out of the mold. Because this is a thick resin, a thick high viscosity resin, it was easy. If would have been if a liquid viscosity, the low viscosity, the glitter had been spread all over the coaster. So thankfully the resin is helpful here. So I think very less glitter into the center, and that is looking quite good. And after adding the glitter into the center, I am using alcohol ink, and that is by Octopus. It is their purple shade. So these inks are really highly concentrated. After that, I'm going to leave it a little bit so the ink settles. And into the rest of the resin, I'm going to add my white pigment paste. So that is by Casting Craft. I always use Casting Craft for making flowers because it is the best. So in around, you can see 25 ml of resin, I add roughly around 8 to 9 drops of Casting Craft. So I had a little accident happen and my white resin is spilled at some places, you can see over there. Sometimes it is really a mess when you're working. To begin with, my mold was ripped, and then I added a little bit of more glitter than usual, and then my white resin spilled. But I'm trying my best to make these coasters today safely. So with thick viscosity or high viscosity resin, you don't have to wait for making the petals. You just mix, add your alcohol inks if you want, or if you want to make it plain, it's really up to you. I went with the alcohol ink this time. I'm just with the toothpick spreading the alcohol ink. That's it, what I'm doing here. And you just make the petals. It's really simple like that. So now I'm going to pour the white resin directly going in a swirly way. Or you can use a piping bag. With piping bag, you can have a good control. So you can see that I am not straight away adding to the resin because I don't want big thick blobs. So I started from the edge of my coaster. The big blobs are onto the side and I'm just creating the flower now. So usually there are so many ways you can make petals. I am going with the one that is very safe and easy for me, because I am really adventurous today with my rest of the resin items, so I don't want to mess with the resin today. And if you're a beginner, try this style and you will love it. It is very easy to make petals this way, and you will get lovely results. I was getting a lot of questions and queries regarding making the flowers, so time to time I do add these flower tutorials so that it's helpful for everyone. So they were asking me a lot of questions, so I hope this will be helpful for you. So best option is that you have to use a high viscosity resin for making your flowers when you're starting making it, and when you get expert, you can use a low viscosity resin. For low viscosity resin, you have to wait a little bit so that your resin get into a honey-like consistency, and then you make the flowers. But with a high viscosity resin, it is very easy. And now I'm making the petals with the help of my toothpick, and just make sure that the tip of the toothpick don't touch your mold, because I don't want to disturb or scratch my mold. I am just above the resin here, and I'm carefully making the petals. Now you can also see that my white pigment paste is, the white resin is not moving too much. So this is a good sign that my flower petals are going to bloom. If you pour your resin into the mold and it starts spreading, it's a big no-no for making flower. So this is the second day, and now I'm going to demold. And we will see what happened to the mold beneath. So here we go, my first coaster is out of the mold. Now I'm going to remove the second one, and that is the one that is being ripped out. So let's see. Yeah, you can see that upon removing it out of the mold ripped again, so the glue didn't help. If you have any suggestions, I really highly appreciate it. If there is any way I can mend this one, but still I'm going to keep it really safe. So let's see how the flower turns out. So this is how the flower looks like, and I really love the design of this coaster. Is really unique, and I really love how the petals bloomed. I'm going to show you in a minute. Before that, I'm going to do the top coat. And this is the second one. The petals are really lovely and they have bloomed. As far as the one that has been ripped, I'm going to do a little bit of sanding because there is a line as I was showing you. So there is a line if you can see. So I'm doing a little bit of sanding for that, and then I will do the top coat. Otherwise, it is perfect. So after doing the sanding, I'm using these chrome markers by J Diction. So I'm going to use the color golden from the kit. And before doing the top coat, I'm going to do the edges with the marker. So it comes with 3 colors: silver, copper, and golden. Today we're going to use the copper color. And here we go. Let's start the tip. This is the best part of opening a new marker. I'm just shaking it before starting it up. So move the coasters aside and we will focus on the tip here. Gently press a little bit so the golden colors come into the nib. Just a little bit of struggle. But here we go. The golden is coming out really perfectly. And now we're going to use this onto the edges of the coaster, and you can see the bloom. I did a little bit of peak here. So I'm going to apply on the edges, the sides, and it went on really smooth. So I will be doing this to both of the coasters now. So here we go. Both of the coasters are done now, and now I'm going to do the top coat. So I've mixed my resin and I'm going to pour a layer of resin on top of it. So I am going to keep it to the medium layer, not too thin, not too thick. I pour some resin into the center, and then with the help of a heat gun, I move my resin. So in this way, all the bubbles do vanish. So this is the last step, and after doing that, I will leave this to cure and then I will show you a final look. Let's see how they look like. So this is the final look of the agate coasters, the flower blooming, and I really love how it turned out. Such a unique design. So that's it for today, and I hope you liked today's video, and if you do, please do let me know in comments, and also please like, subscribe and share. Thumbs up if you like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider do so, and take good care of yourself. Bye bye.